What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Live, and I am back with another video. So, guys, we've been kind of keeping up with all the Netta stuff that's been going on. Um, a lot of people don't know that's been on this channel. Netta has been, you know, antagonizing people and reporting people, and I became one of those people. So, at this time, definitely want to make sure you guys are updated with all the stuff that's going on with Miss Netta and Hiliary. So, guys, a lot of you don't know, if you do know, that Hiliary Sanchez is a trans woman herself, and she has been having her foot on Miss Netta's neck for a while now. And I came to discover that maybe Miss Hiliary does have a reason for all of her shenanigans and what she's been dealing with Miss Netta. I think she's been going through some of the same thing as well. So, guys, I have a video for you guys, and this is from Hilary's new her new YouTube channel. Guys, I like to get straight to the point, so I was able to get through all of the jar that she was talking about. And Carlos actually came on the live and spoke a lot and put a lot of things in perspective. So, guys, good afternoon to everybody that's coming in the live, in the chat. Hey, Miss Cass. Hey, Cass. Hey, Miss Brown. Hey, Jess Star. Hey, BSF. How you doing, beautiful? So, guys, we are going to listen to this. I'm going to let it play. I heard that I'm supposed to just let it play, so I'm going to let you guys get into this. We're going to pause it after 7 minutes. I'm going to try to find a good pause area, and I'm going to kind of discuss what's being talked about, okay? I hope everybody's having a great afternoon. This is lunchtime tea. If you have not heard about this, so get in here and put your headphones on and get ready to laugh and key, okay? Hey, Chef. Hey, my baby. All right, guys, here we go. This is Miss Hilary's show, and Carlos is on the show. And that is Netta and Charles' former manager.
I will not offend people from that country, their cooking or anything, but it's an acquired taste. So you do things tactfully.
Right. And I said it then and I'll say it now. Carlos was the best thing that happened to them. I don't care who don't like it when I say it. If he could have listened and humbled himself, these are people who are smarter than you, Joe Diddy. These are people who are smarter than you, who put together a team. You would have never put together that wedding reception and all that stuff without Carlos. I don't give a damn if you don't like it. All them connections, all them people, when they had the people who showed up at that reception, Carlos said it out of his own mouth that it was his connections, his people that got them people there. Them people wouldn't go in there for them.
Hey, Carlos, you on here?
What? Carlos is here?
Yeah. Hey, Carlos.
Come say hi. Let me welcome Carlos. Y'all, hold on. Hello, Carlos.
Hello.
Welcome back again to the Hiliary Sanchez show. How you been doing, sir? How's the baby?
He's doing very well. He just turned 2 months today.
Congratulations on your baby, on your continued success, and your wife. And it's great to have you here.
Yeah, good to be here. Thank you so much.
So I would like to ask you, what type of projects are you working on? I know you're a busy dad now. Is there anything we can look forward to? I know you work with multiple people, real celebrities. You work with real celebrities. Why don't you give us an update?
Yeah, so we're working with a lot of different influencers. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with Auntie Bev. She does a lot of, she has like 3 million followers on her social media. She does a lot of like words and stuff like that, vocabulary. She's a former educator. We're working with her. She just released her dictionary, her word of dictionary. So we're working with her with that. So we're working to get her booked on Jennifer Hudson's show soon. Tamron Hall and some other shows that she'll be on in the next couple of weeks or so. Then we also have the Gorilla Glue girl. I'm not sure if you all remember the young lady who had the situation with the Gorilla Glue stuck in her hair. We're working with her. She is we're getting ready to release a line of hair care products with her. She just did an interview with iHeartRadio on a few days ago. So that's kind of some of the immediate things that we're working on.
Y'all said it is cracking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it on my phone. I'm going to try it one more time. Let me know if it's still acting the same way, okay?
We have a couple of other influencers and attorneys who we're booking for some national shows like Fatal Attraction and stuff like that. Just kind of what we're doing now.
Just being the true professional talent representing your clients like you do. I am so happy and I'm so proud of you. Just what you do, the talent you have, the resources you pull together, that you put together.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play it on my phone, but I'm going to put it back up there. It's just a picture of Hiliary. That's all that's up there. So I'll put that back up there, but I'm going to start a little bit back so you guys can hear it. I do apologize for the technical difficulties, guys.
He's done anything wrong, offended anybody. I tried Bolivia. Baby.
He's doing very well. He just turned 2 months today.
Congratulations on your baby, on your continued success, and your wife. And it's great to have you here.
Yeah, good to be here. Thank you so much.
So I would like to ask you, what type of project are you working on? I know you're a busy dad now. Is there anything we can look forward to? I know you're working with multiple people, real celebrities. You working with real celebrities. Why don't you give us an update?
Yeah, so we're working with a lot of different influencers. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with Auntie Bev. She does a lot of, she has like 3 million followers on her social media. She does a lot of like words and stuff like that, vocabulary. She's a former educator. We're working with her. She just released her dictionary, her word up dictionary. So we're working with her with that. So we're working to get her booked on Jennifer Hudson's show soon. Tamron Hall and some other shows that she'll be on in the next couple of weeks or so. Then we also have the Gorilla Glue girl. I'm not sure if you all remember the young lady who had the situation with the Gorilla Glue stuck in her hair. We're working with her. She is we're getting ready to release a line of hair care products with her. She just did an interview with iHeartRadio on a few days ago. So that's kind of some of the immediate things that we're working on, and we have a couple other influencers and attorneys who we're booking for some national shows like Fatal Attraction and stuff like that. So it's kind of what we're doing now.
Just being the true professional talent representing your clients like you do. I am so happy and I'm so proud of you. Just what you do, the talent you have, the resources you pull together, that you put together for people who you represent. It's admirable.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, and that's really the key to like successful talent management, is being able to utilize the connections that you have to be able to put your clients in a position to where they could win. So that's what we have done with the clients that we currently represent, and that's what we have always tried our best to do, even with clients that we worked with previously.
Carlos, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I have someone who was in the same business I'm in, a funeral business, and they have created a product for eyelashes. Currently, the eyelashes that women are out here wearing, the glue contains formaldehyde, the stuff that we use to embalm people, okay? And people don't realize it because they're not reading the ingredients, but she has created a glue that will keep the eyelashes on that does not have formaldehyde in it. It's just kind of, she's more in the funeral business, but that's just something that she created. Do you work with people like that as far as, because I want to talk to her.
Yeah, we work with brands too, with products and stuff like that. We definitely really advise, can advise people on what route to take and things like that, and how to market their products, all that kind of stuff.
And Miss Erica says, Carlos, what is your opinion on the trademark issue?
Now, before we get into that, hey, to everybody that is coming in the chat for my playback gang, I do apologize, guys. Probably started at about 10 minutes and then everything will get a little clearer for you. I do apologize for the technicals. If you can, guys, please like the live. It helps, of course, let people know that we're live. And so Carlos is about to talk about how he feels about the trademark that Duchess got. And thank you guys again for coming over to the channel. I appreciate it.
So I'm assuming that you are speaking about the young lady who trademarked. The name is Netta. So there's a couple of things in that, right? So one, you can trademark almost anything you want to, as long as it's not already trademarked.
She's on here. She's on here too.
Okay. So you can trademark essentially whatever it is that you want to trademark. The only thing is that there's something called first rights. So let's go back, right? So because there's also some conversation around, well, why didn't previous manager do that? So one is is not necessarily a manager's job to trademarking. That's the work of an attorney. With the clients in question, I've spoken to several attorneys who are willing to work with them. They just didn't want to put up the monthly budget to be able to pay for services for an attorney. Now, do I know how to trademark things? Absolutely. I know how to do all of that stuff through the Library of Congress, through the trademark, patents, all those kind of things, copyright. I actually teach copyright and trademark part of the college courses that I teach. But you got what's called first rights. So if someone, has been going by a certain name or something like that, and someone else comes along and kind of like trademark that name, if those individuals, like get attorneys or whatnot, they could argue that they actually have first rights to it because they were the originators of that. But if they don't, then it is what it is. They have to, stop use of it, but that comes with like information, right? So you need to send cease and desist and actual correspondence through an attorney, basically, saying that you should, this has been trademarked. This, you should stop using this, or this could possibly happen. So yeah. So that's kind of how that goes. But first rights essentially will. I think someone is saying. First rights will trump that. That is true, right? But that's also a step that has to be taken again through an attorney. So on both sides, it's actions that have to be taken through legal action.
And so Carlos, when you were doing what you were doing, which was great things for them, I don't want to take you back to that negativity part of all that stuff with them. I did hear you clearly. I had you on my show previously for over an hour, and you went over things, and I don't want to be repetitive. But
She gonna be repetitive though.
Have you made a decision, a business decision, to just let it go? Was it you that said if they do release this video that you will take action against them? Was that your page, or was that a fake page?
No, that was me. That is that directly came from me. And Erica also said, but don't Carlos own certain things? So just to go a little bit further, so let's talk about the seasonings, right? So seasonings are out. One, there's a logo on the seasoning that is used that they did not create. They do not own the rights to that particular logo. I actually own the rights to that logo. So that logo was kind of reworked the exact same way that it was initially created that I had it created. So I actually own that logo. Now, getting into deeper things is what we call IP, intellectual property. So the idea of seasonings did not come from either of them. That was solely my idea that I, said, well, let's come out with a line of seasonings.
What?
So, yeah, so I actually...
I'm sorry, Carlos. You telling us, and I believe everything you say, you telling me that the seasoning was your idea?
Yeah,
so my idea included seasoning.
Now okay, so I'm gonna pause for a second, y'all. We gotta pause. Just a trigger warning, Hiliary is gonna be saying a lot of stuff, y'all. But I will tell you this. I love the way I just have to give my little side commentary real quick, and I'm gonna push play. But I absolutely love the way Carlos carries himself, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I would love for Carlos to be my manager. You hear me? Because Carlos had got them to some places that we knew they wasn't gonna be able to get to on their own. And let's be clear, Carlos was the one that kept them alive as far as, doing certain things and trying to look authentic. Trying to look authentic. It's the key word. Now, he might have did some missteps on some certain things, and you're going to hear that. So I'm going to let him talk for himself. Thank you for everybody coming in the chat. If you can, it's 55 people in. If you can, please hit the like. I would really appreciate it. It's free and it helps, So yeah, thank you.
That I had started to put together because I own a book publishing company, so I had started to solely put together the cookbook have all the recipes that they wanted to go into the cookbook, but the seasonings was solely my idea. They didn't have any ideas as to how to move their careers forward. So those were my ideas, and so I actually own the intellectual rights to the actual seasonings because it's through IP, intellectual property. So I'm just letting the seasonings do what they do. I want them to sell because the more that the seasonings sell, the more that I could ask for through a court of legal action. So yeah, and then the seasonings are not the actual seasonings that we had manufactured with an actual blending company whose ingredients are already FDA approved. I don't know who's making the seasonings or any of that. I just know it's not the same route in which we were going when I initially came up with the idea of the seasonings and began to work on them.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Carlos, you actually was working with actual manufacturers creating the seasonings. Like y'all was putting it together from scratch. You were doing taste testings and getting the product sampling and all of that. Am I correct?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, that is correct. There were going to be 3 different seasonings, and based upon the ingredients that those individuals wanted inside of the seasonings. So we worked the seasonings, reworked the seasonings because it didn't have something in it that was supposed to be in it, and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think that this is the route that they went, especially not the company that we were that I had initially started to work with.
Right. And so if I'm not mistaken, and you correct me if I'm wrong, if you were representing the Miss Hiliary Sanchez show and I had came to you as my manager and I said, "Hey Carlos, I'm booked to do this show, but it's not in my budget. I don't have it in the budget to go there and do this or do that. Can you try to get it promo for me or whatever?" So as my manager, you gonna go and try to advocate to get these services and tell them, "Hey, we're gonna exchange this for a promo." And if I'm communicating with you, even though you may not know what's in my bank account, but you definitely would know if you had the coins to do what you needed to do. And I based that on what you said earlier when you said they didn't want to have the lawyers that you put together to set the funds aside to make the monthly payment for the legal representation. Because I'm assuming you would have had lawyers that would have worked on a contingency basis, right?
Yeah, so I work in politics. I have like hundreds of attorneys in my contacts that I work with. That I'm friends with attorneys I speak to on an almost daily basis about different things that we're working on together. So I have clients who are always willing to work with them. But in this case, entertainment attorney. So I had 2 conversations with an entertainment attorney. I think out of LA, and but attorneys like to do things on a retainer, right? So because you put up a certain dollar amount and you have what's called billable hours. So when an attorney is working on something, then their rate, let's say if the rate is $200, right? And they have you on a $1,000 monthly retainer. That means they'll do 5 hours worth of work for you every month up to that $1,000, right? And then anything else after that is still billable. So if they do 10 hours of work for you and your retainer is $1,000, then that just means you owe another $1,000 for the month because it's billable hours. So that's how that works. But when I came back, there was an attorney who wanted to do $8,000 a month. They didn't want to do that. Came back, said, okay, $5,000 a month. They didn't want to do that. So It just, so I just left it at what it was, because they're, obviously they weren't serious about having legal representation.
And I don't, and I know that you tried to communicate with him, and you've been on public record stating this man would listen. He wouldn't listen. You was warning him about things and image and what you do and what you did, but it was all about for me, what it came down, in my opinion, is fast and easy money, fast and easy this. It was everybody else's fault but his own. And I am so proud of the businessman you are, and the approach you take. And a lot of people don't realize your damages will go up based on their sales. So when you go in to sue and do the things you do, they're gonna calculate everything that Joe Diddy made, and it's gonna get transferred on over to you.
Okay, so y'all, Hiliary is pretty much talking about, y'all know Carlos pretty much hasn't said anything to Netta and them about, them using the account and stuff, right? But legally they still owe him 15% because they still owe him whatever the rest is. Like, let's just say his contract was to the end of the year. They still got to pay him that 15%. And this is just allegedly. I'm just letting y'all know, on some terms of certain contracts, manager contracts and stuff like that, they get like anywhere from 10 to 15%, whatever they agreed on. Of course, we don't know what their agreement is, and I'm pretty sure Carlos is not going to tell us his business, as he should. And that's pretty much, so right now, them seasonings that's being bought, and Netta swear up and down she making all this money, they probably gonna have to give at least anywhere from 10 to 15, really 20%. You never know if they went up. Whatever percentage they were supposed to pay him, they're gonna have to pay him for that. Plus, if he owns the rights, like he said, and he said that in here, it's not alleged, it's coming from his mouth. If he owns those seasonings like he says he does, they're gonna have to give him that money that they're making off of it, all of it, just not even a percent. You know what I'm saying? Unless they, go to court for it. So yeah, I'm gonna push play, but Hiliary do be going down a rabbit hole, so y'all just bear with me.
Just because you got so many years to act on your claim against Joe Diddy.
Yeah, Jay-Z has a quote that says, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. I am a business." And so, I've been in business for more than 10 years, doing various things. I worked for government institutions. So I have a lot of knowledge about how a lot of this stuff works. I've been in entertainment for about 15 years, worked with almost every celebrity you could think of, and have worked closely with their teams, worked closely with their attorneys. So I've seen a lot of this stuff. I've seen people be like ripped off completely, high-name celebrities be completely ripped off because they didn't have legal representation, didn't know how to do things, and saw people get sued before. So I've seen some of everything you can possibly imagine. So yeah. You can lead a horse to the water, to the fountain, but you can't make him drink the water.
And you are so right. And we all know what we dealing with. And let me recap you, because you probably didn't know this. So Joe Diddy had taken some information from people on this app and went on his popular platform defaming me, slandering me, and lying, and caused me damages. So I sued him. I've sued him in 2 different jurisdictions. Do you know this man went to Staples Carlos and something to the courthouse from Staples and said, due to the last minute service of process, which he got served on September 29th, and he responded on the 4th, and then he asked the court, could he have a court hearing on the 6th, which was on a Sunday, and our court date was the 7th, the Monday. Is that the type of experiences that you dealt with when you was dealing with him when it came to paperwork and reviewing things? Because I knew as the manager you would be the front head person, but I'm just asking. Like it seems like it's nothing there.
Yeah. So what's the direct question?
So the direct question is, in your professional opinion, when things would come up and you would explain things to him, did you find yourself having to repeat yourself multiple times?
Multiple times, all the time. And then act as if they don't know what I'm talking about. Then it's like, oh, you giving me a lot of information. I can't remember all this. Well, you are a grown individual. You're 40-some years old. You either slow, just flat out slow, or you have a comprehension problem, or it's something. I mean, there's only so many times I can tell you something. You tell me something, I'm 31. You tell me something one time, I will remember it forever. I'm in Phoenix right now. I've hired over 200 people in the past month. And I remember each one of their names the first time I saw their name by face. So I don't, so if you have a memory issue, that's not on me, right? I'm doing my job, sharing the information with you, letting you know what's going on. If you can't retain the information, that is a you problem.
That's a you problem. And let me remind myself, you are still the manager, but weren't you the manager with no issues when they did that podcast? You were there when the recording happened, right?
Which podcast are you referencing?
The auntie, the Zeus.
So for the Zeus thing, because I can talk about it now because it is already aired. So I was in the house. I was with them, so the first half of the interview, I was standing right there, but then the second half of the interview, the Zeus team, actually sent me downstairs to kind of wait until it was over. So I didn't get the chance to really. I mean, I heard it because I could hear it, but I couldn't see it. So, but I was there. Yes, I did. I set it up.
Mm-hmm. So when you were there, like, so these people would have to come through you, right, to book them, because you got the booking for them, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Now, was that wig part of the script? Let me ask you, and you're not was.
Wait a minute. I told y'all Hiliary is a mess. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to pause just a minute and give y'all some commentary. Hiliary. Yes, hey to 92 people in the chat. I hope everybody having a great day. If you're just now coming in and you're wondering who this is the ex-manager of Netta and Charles, and he is having a little interview with Hiliary Sanchez, and I'm pretty sure y'all know who Hiliary is. If you don't, that's Netta's nemesis, and so yeah, what you say, Hiliary be doing too much. She do. She just need to let up off the gas just a little bit. Oh my God, Hiliary. But Hiliary is funny. She's funny. Now I try to make sure I appropriate and do everybody's pronouns right. I know and understand what Hiliary is, but she identifies as a she, so I will be doing that. Okay, so yeah, so I'm finna get back to it, y'all. I just had to burn Hiliary up a little bit. Yeah, Hiliary pumped the brakes a little bit, just a little bit. We don't know if we want to like you or not with Netta. We just calm down. It's okay.
It ever discussed with you that wig would be doing the electric slide and the dip to the dip on the air while everything was airing?
No. So no, and in fact, the wig was, supposedly done. I don't know anything about wigs. I've said this several times. I don't know anything about wigs. My wife don't really wear wigs, so I have no knowledge of wigs. But that was not a part of it. It was, it was supposed to be secured based upon the services that was provided by the young lady.
And so, yet again, you had you and this you wouldn't know this, but yet again, Joe Diddy got up on here talking about it was part of the show, it was part of the script. Why do you think that this man cannot accept accountability and say, you know what, I sweat a lot? Now, you have worked with him for a while. You've seen him firsthand before they do his makeup and hair.
I'm sorry, Hiliary. Someone asked, Carlos, were you forcing Joe to cross-dress? I just need to address that really quick. No, so it's not my job to tell you what to wear necessarily. The only advice I gave was to not wear the only wardrobe that I was truly against was the fake designer stuff. Yeah, so like
all that fake stuff that he was wearing.
That is what I was against. If you I support
did you
people, right? I support
him,
you.
Carlos?
Did
you congratulate him for buying that $23,000 Birkin bag that he unraveled on this app with 15 layers of plastic? He said, Carlos, my manager, just congratulated us for purchasing this $23,000 Birkin bag.
Yeah, so that was a storyline, right? So, I'm like, well, so the bag came from, so the only thing that was close to real was that Birkin bag. And that's because we went through a different person.
See, Hiliary be doing, she be interrupting. That's what be making me mad about Hiliary. Because she be interrupting. Let the man tell the story and then ask whatever you finna ask. Hilary's?
In order for them to get that. They paid like $300 for that bag. And so, as a manager, I can't let the people that I represent look foolish out here. So, I said, well, just tell the people you got it from authorized reseller. Nobody has to know. I wasn't expecting them to unravel it on a live video like they did those other bags. Because some of this stuff could be, again, celebrities don't always have real stuff, right? Nobody would know because nobody see them unwrapping their gifts.
What was you thinking when you saw your client bring that damn hefty garbage bag, that big garbage bag? Thank you for the gifts, Poppy. When they brought that big hefty garbage bag out there, what did you think when he was pulling them bags out? Because I knew you.
Yeah, because so with that, all right, I wasn't with them when they bought that stuff. They went to Atlanta and bought that stuff with the person who I hired as the assistant, who I think is somewhat now the manager. So they went and bought that stuff with her. I told them so the idea was that they were going to buy actual bags, right? So they're going to buy Fendi bags. They could buy a Fendi bag for $10 to put those things in. So I said, okay, if you're going to do that, that's fine. At least it'll appear to be real. And so what they did was made videos of themselves giving their family items like Fendi bags inside of the Fendi bag that they bought for $10 instead of keeping the bag for themselves, which they were supposed to do. So then they got online and made a video showing that they had purchased, like pulling the stuff out of a trash bag. And that's not what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to just put the fake bags inside of a Fendi bag or Gucci bag or whatever that they bought for $10 a bag, but that did not happen.
All right, y'all. We got to do some house cleaning, some housekeeping. It's 32 likes, and it's almost 100 of y'all up in here. Now, y'all can at least get it up to 60 or 70 likes now. Now, I would hate to say I'm not going to push play and I would let you go over there and cipher between where you stopped off at, where you was listening, but friend, go ahead and please hit the like. Now, you were supposed to do that when you came in here. Because when you go to anybody else YouTube or anywhere else, I'm going to need you to click the like when you come in. That's like wiping your feet or speaking when you come in without speaking. If you don't want to say hello in the chat, I understand. Some people, you don't want to know that you here. But you need to, listen. I'm going to need you to hit the like button, friend. Now, I ain't making you. But I'm going to need you to hit the like button if you sitting up in here listening. That's the least you can do. I ain't asked you for no coins. I ain't asked you to even comment. I'm just asking you to hit the like button, okay? So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to start back until I start seeing them lights go up. Now I'm finna look at the comments and see what they talking about. I was wondering if Carlos started the icon. So I don't know. I don't know if did he say something about that? Carlos went in a special ed class together. I am sick of you, Lorraine. You was on the road today. You even put your phone in the basket, friend. You said, what you say? I clicked it when I got here. I already know, Cass. I already know, baby. Yep. Well, bye, Manuel Stevenson. Bye. See you later. But again, I can't see if you like the that's a lot of y'all be thinking that they can see your people when you watching somebody's live and you don't want them to know you watching it. And the least you can do is like the live. That's the least you can do. Okay, so I can get at least 60. I'm gonna say 60, like, because it need to be double times what's up in here. I ain't trying to hear none of that. I'm just saying, we at 45. It's 100 people in here. It shouldn't be no problem with you hitting the like. Again, I can't see who like. I can see the likes though. I can see when they go up. So I'm just saying, it's 100 people watching. I hope you're having a good afternoon. Everybody probably doing something. Some of the ladies said that they cleaning up, washing dishes. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my good break right now, and I'm bringing y'all this good content. So all I'm asking for is a like. That's it, guys. It's not begging. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you, Boom Boom. I appreciate it, love. See, you see how she did? I appreciate you, Boom Boom. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me see where we at right now. I mean, we got 14 more to get to 60. We got 14 more to get to 60. It's 100 of y'all in here. I just need 14 more people. And again, like I said, I can't see who like it. I can just see when the likes go up. And I don't see them going up. Do anybody got any questions about what's going on right now? Yes, Cass, I love you, sis. You said I wiped my feet when I came in. Period, triple. Period, triple. Don't play. They just be coming over here being rude. And I am so nice. Like, I'm probably one of the sweetest aunties. I'm the cool auntie. I'm the one that's gonna let you smoke and drink it everything. Well, not parental discretion advised. I'm just saying. I'm the cool auntie. I ain't gonna tell your mama that you had got in trouble at school. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chastise you a little bit, but I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, y'all can help a sister out with the 60. I ain't gonna ask for the 70, but just do the 60. It's almost what? Let me see where we at now. I'm gonna check. It look like I might have talked a little bit enough shit. Okay, we at 50. I appreciate you 4 people who thank y'all. Appreciate y'all, babies. Now nudge 10 of your friends to be like, come on, Miss Tasha, so she can go and push play. I'm tired of hearing her talk. But the sad part is y'all get in these playback videos and y'all be like, can you just push the video and you're begging for likes? Okay, well, you need to tell your friends when they come in somebody's house that they need to hit the like button. Some of y'all been sitting in here for a few minutes and you ain't hit the like button. I mean, I promise you, if I'm over at your page and I'm watching your page, I didn't hit the like button, friend. I promise you I am. Because I listen, I might be lurking, but I'm going to like it. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't know I liked it. You don't even know I watched it until I just told you. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, y'all, be nice. I'm going to see how many we got right now. Because I don't want to punish my peoples who be over here. That's where I be at. Let me see where we at. If we at a good spot, I'm going to go. Because y'all should. Okay, we at a good spot. I'm going to go and push play. Let me go and push play. My bad, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I just need 4 more people to do their thing.
So okay. So now let me ask you this. So with them messing that up, with the whole bag thing messing that up, when you went back, when they were in in Atlanta, when they were in Atlanta, and they never was buying that house, that $1 million house. You had got that set up. Was that also storyline?
No, so they wanted to move to Atlanta, and I'm also going to write a book about all this too.
Okay, book.
They wanted to move to Atlanta, so they had me to look at different houses. A friend of mine had sent me over the house that was priced at $1 million, and he had actually sent the house to me for me to take a look at. He was like, "Well, I think this would be a nice house for you. This is a house. You should check this out." I like the house, but it's in Atlanta. I didn't want to live, or I don't, aspire to live in the South. I'm from the South. I don't want to live there. So I said, well, I don't think I would take this on. I don't want to live in Atlanta. It's a nice house. If I did, I would certainly get this house. But let me pass this along to some clients. And so that's when I showed them the house and asked them if they were interested in it. And, they said that they liked the house, wanted to go see the house. All they were supposed to do that day was look at the house. And again, that's most of these things that happened because I was not with them. And had I been with them, I don't mind telling people what they should do, right? That's part of what a manager does anyway, is tell you what you should be doing. So if I was there, there was no way. We went to look at it. So to put in perspective, there was another house that we did go take a look at when I was with them. And guess what? You didn't see from when they went to look at that house.
What, Carlos?
We didn't see a live video because I wasn't going to allow them to just post a live video about a house and about the house. So again, when they were with the other person, who now is, I think, the manager, whatever the case may be, that's when that video happened, telling people that, oh, we're going to get this house, knowing they were going to get the house. The owner of the house wanted $13,000 a month in rent with the house fully furnished. Or they had an option to get it fully furnished or not furnished. He wanted wanted it $10,000 a month if it was not furnished, or $13,000 if it were furnished. He left all the furniture and stuff in there. But the entire time was saying,
okay, that's not me, y'all. That's the audio
for a house.
So can you elaborate on what happened with this house in Memphis that I reported on?
That was a promo video that they did for someone. That was not an actual house in which they were actually looking at. Someone paid for promo for that home for them to do the house because they were selling the house. So they just needed them to do the promo for the house that they were selling.
Okay, somebody asked in the comments, are you an ordained minister?
Yes, I am. What's next?
Now, he answered the question, y'all. He is an ordained minister. Now, let me ask you this: are you aware that at one point when Hurricane Hiliary first came out, and we were going at each other, and I heard you tell Joe Diddy that you don't got all that energy and smoke for Hiliary Sanchez that you got for me. Do you remember that?
Say that again with the last part.
Do you remember you telling Netta? I call him Joe Diddy, but do you remember you telling Netta on a live, why is it that he was coming after you the way he was doing when he didn't have that same energy for Hiliary Sanchez? You remember that?
Well, who was coming after him?
Why I was when I was coming after him, and you had mentioned my name in a live to Joe Diddy, and Joe Diddy had said that he cursed me out and he come after me and all that. You may not remember that.
Yeah, no, I remember everything. So yeah, I mean, I just at the time representing clients, I told him, I said, hey, why are you entertaining someone who doesn't have as big of a platform that you have? That's like, amplifying their voice, to that you don't have to, but I said that about a lot of different people, right? Because there were a lot of different people that they were trying to go back and forth with. And I, oftentimes use comparisons of other celebrities. I'm like, well, you're not the only person to get talked about. I told him, I said, you either will read the comments or not read the comments. It's your choice. If you choose to read the comments, then you have to deal with what comes with that. And just don't mention any of this to me, and I don't want to hear about it, right? So if I don't care. I don't care about none of that stuff. None of that stuff has any direct impact on what we're doing here.
And another question, and Carlos answered this on my show previously. The question was, are they really married? And Carlos did answer that question. Yes, they were married. Carlos went into detail where they got their license from and where they ultimately got married at. So Carlos did clarify that question previously before. And someone Hiliary asked if Charles really likes Netta. He also answered that question. He said that he doesn't know anything that they do, what they do in the privacy of their home. And you correct me if I'm wrong, Carlos. You also said that when the interactions that you've seen between them is what we would see. And what they would present to you was what they presented to us. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, no, that's correct. I mean, Netta would tell Charles, hold my hand in public, but Charles even said it himself in an interview recently that he wasn't necessarily physically attracted to Netta, but
wait. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Carlos. Please rewind and say that one more time.
I mean, it's what he said.
Okay, repeat it. I won't interrupt you no more. Please go ahead, because I almost fell out the bed.
Child, Hiliary knows she knows she will not let that man talk. Hey, Raven. Hey, beautiful. Girl, I seen you over there and make it make sense chat, honey. I was over there right with you, girl. Over there trying to catch up on some Diddy stuff, honey. Y'all know he went up for, I think he going up for bail later on, so I'm gonna have to cover that. But y'all know we gotta do a little pause and stuff for the calls. Thank you, boo. Thank you so much. It's like a TV show. Oh my goodness, Lorena. Yes, I love me some memes. I do. Yes, Hiliary is hilarious. Hiliary is funny. I have to give it to Hiliary. She is funny. Let's hear what's going to be said.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's Charles, in the interview said that he wasn't necessarily physical. Okay, he said that it wasn't about physical attraction.
Right, yeah.
But more so that Netta was there for him when nobody else was. So basically like a situation where Netta took Charles in and became, I guess, mother, father figure, whatever kind of figure you look at it. And then I just went from there.
I mean, his bro. You've been to college. You teach. You're an educator. You know how certain dudes shack up together, and you know whatever Joe Diddy did. I don't understand it. Do we know why he put sugar on everything?
I don't.
Kenya. The reason why is because he knows if he says certain things, he can be sued. So he knows what he can and cannot say. So he gonna be direct and either say it or not say it. You know what I'm saying? But Lord, Hiliary is a mess.
Know why somebody with diabetes would put sugar on everything. I don't understand that.
He's a diabetic. He's admitted he's a diabetic, and he put almost a half a 5-pound bag of sugar in Kool-Aid when he makes that Kool-Aid. Now, am I mistaken, Carlos? Don't they put sugar in that Country Time lemonade already?
Yeah, I mean, most things already have sugar in it. Almost everything they already have sugar in it.
It's just unreal to me. So let me ask you this. Do you remember when they forgot?
Let me pause this. Child, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. Cause Wack is finna, child. Listen. Hold on.
Something in Atlanta, and that you had to drive back to their property, that trailer, and that they had to remotely let you in to go get something off that table to bring back to Atlanta because they had left behind. Do you remember that?
Yes.
How would you forget something like that and you knew you were going to Atlanta?
Yeah, because let them tell it, they have a hard time remembering things. They have a comprehension problem.
I literally, I don't know. Let me ask you this: how is your mental health after dealing with them too? how do I mean? Granted, they have affected you business wise, professionally. They was out here slandering you, making all these fake accusations against you. But how are you doing now that, and you still managing real celebrities? So how are you doing now?
He did get one. I don't think it was in 97. I think it was like in maybe 2007 or 17 or something like that. But he was huge baby. He was huge. He did. He was way bigger than that. Yeah, he did. He was way bigger than that. In his earlier videos, he was huge. and he looked more, I'm going to say this, he looked more like a woman when he was bigger. I think people started questioning it once he got smaller. That's when they started questioning. Raymond Sharp was fired. They were filling in for him. Oh, so they filling in for allegedly for because Sharpton got fired. Come on with the tea straight from the gate. Yeah. Oh, didn't know that. You said he did. Yep. Okay, let me push play. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get in that conversation. I'm like, I know he did have a gastric. He was.
I'm doing great. I have reclaimed a lot of my time.
Because you were using, not wasting, but you were spending a lot of your time fixing things, going on PR relations and different things like that.
Yeah. A lot of my time was, I mean, I couldn't really do anything else except babysit in a sense. That's why the book. So I have a book that I'm in the process of writing called "Managing a Daycare: The Making of Icons." Where I kind of like detail a lot of the things that I had to do that wasn't necessarily in my purview or wasn't what I should have been doing. Like getting a phone call at 7 o'clock every single morning, to talk about nothing.
You sitting there laying in the bed with your wife on a totally different time zone, and you got this damn full-grown man calling you at 7 in the morning.
7 o'clock in the morning for nothing, and asking me about stuff. Did you check the house? Did you find any houses for us to move to? Like, how did it become my job to find you somewhere to stay because you just don't want to live in Silicon anymore?
It's not your job. You and can, I mean, I want to know why this man, whatever he think he is, icon, self-proclaimed icon, whatever he is, why is it that he felt the need to feel like he's Cinderella and you were supposed to make a miracle happen and put him in one of them horse and carriages to wheel him down there? Why was he think that's your responsibility?
Because they thought that everything was my responsibility. That wasn't my responsibility. Again, putting together a birthday party. That's not what I'm here to do. That didn't benefit me. That didn't make me a single dollar.
Good night, Mia. Go ahead, Carlos.
Yeah, no, that just didn't make me a single dollar. The wedding reception didn't make me a single dollar. The wedding itself didn't make me a single dollar. So
as a matter of fact, didn't you call in favors for all of that, and you got it? You got those real celebrities there as something that you knew through your own connections.
Yeah, absolutely. Though they don't know any celebrities. They only know the celebrities that I introduced them to, like Candy. I introduced them to Candy and made it possible for them to meet Candy. I made it possible for them to meet, talk to the brat on the phone and meet her wife Judy. Yeah, they didn't know any celebrities or how to even get in touch with people. Again, I've been doing this for 15 years or so. So, so I utilize the connections in which I actually have, to make things happen. They didn't know how to get in touch or meet Lunel, or Sherry Shepard, or any of those people that they met.
And that came through you. And another thing that people wouldn't realize was that reception and all that stuff happened because of you. It did.
Yes. The $60,000 reception happened because of me and my connections. Yes, for $0 to them.
And if I'm not mistaken, the only money that they had to pay was because they brought their family in to where this place was gonna be. But other than that, that was on them to bring their family.
They did not even want to. They got so upset that they had to pay $2,000 to bus their family in from Silicaga, as if we were supposed to take care of that too.
Why would does this man not know that you got to pay for things out of pocket? When you get a management team and you got to pay your staff and they get out there and get you the jobs and bookings and get you out there. Did he not know that, Carlos?
I don't know what they knew or didn't know. They don't seem to know quite of anything. You still, even today, you listen to them talk, they can't even say basic words, like resort. You go to Jamaica and you go to a resort. It's not a result. You have seasonings coming out. It's not called season. Seasonings are not called season.
And here's one for you, Carlos. When Joe Diddy and radio is Charles, was trying to talk and go in on Miss Tia Kemp, Charles said...
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. He couldn't even say community. He said communication. He was trying to talk about the Jamaican... Yes. He said the Jamaican communication. Like, what are you... Like, what? Like, you just make yourself seem like you don't know nothing. You just stupid. You dumb. And you make yourself look like you live in a trailer park.
And let's not forget, Charles told Tia she need to find her a perfection to do. He was trying to say profession, and he said perfection. And Joe Diddy was right there.
I was just proud to hear Charles say more than 10 words then.
Right. All he would do was
Otherwise, all he ever know is 10 vocabulary words.
I know that. That's all he knew. And then beside the point of, did you, every time you seen him, why is he drinking all the time? Is that just to stay around Joe Diddy?
I think so.
I don't know. It could be, because Charles does like to drink.
All right, y'all. We're going to do a pause. Okay, we got 125 people in the chat. Welcome, everybody. I am your girl, Miss Live. Welcome to Live Clip TV. Of course, we have on the screen, we have Miss Hiliary Sanchez. She is talking to the ex-manager of Charles and Netta, which is Carlos. And he is really kind of putting some pieces together that were missing and filling in the holes on some stuff. So guys, definitely click the like button, please. Guys, it is we got 69 likes and we have 124 people in here. Now, I know it's about 20 of y'all that just came in here. I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button because you just came in the house. So go ahead and wipe your feet, speak, and you can continue to watch with no bothers. You don't have to, you don't have to be seen or heard or nothing. I cannot see your like, but if you lurking, please like. Okay, it helps to let other people know that I am live. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We are on the road to 2K. This is my backup channel. So I do have a main channel that's on the road to 12K. So guys, again, I am your resident TT that brings you the TikTok lives, the Instagram lives. You know, if I can catch a YouTube live that is not put up, I try to catch those for you and bring them over here to my channel for you. Okay, so I hope everybody having a good afternoon. We got a few more minutes, probably about 20 more minutes of this conversation. Again, this is Carlos kind of filling in some blanks about some stuff. Okay, y'all. So, hey to all my ladies in the chat, all my fellas in the chat. I appreciate everybody commenting. Y'all make sure y'all do hit the like button, please. I really would appreciate it. It does help the channel. And I'm gonna push play for you guys again. Hold on. I trust that you guys are gonna hit the like button. I'm not gonna hold y'all. We've been doing it too long, so go ahead and hit the like button for me.
Did Joe Diddy ever try to invite you in that pool with Charles? And I'm just asking you to clear up these rumors.
Tanya.
You know them Joe Diddy liked them freak off.
Hey,
and I
Tanya.
know you wasn't having nothing to do with that. But did he ever try to invite you over to get in the pool?
No, I was never invited to get in the pool.
Mm-mm.
That's I know you would have. I know you would have. You would have read him from one end to the other. So what do you think this man is thinking doing this stuff instead of them reaching out the right way to have resolved this with you to try to put out a fire instead of making things worse?
You know, it's part narcissism. I think one of them is a complete narcissist and, you know, can never admit that they're wrong about anything. That's why even when the situation with, you know, speaking about black women, you know, it took them a while before they actually came out and said that they were wrong, right? You know, so they just have when you're dealing with narcissists will hardly ever admit that they're actually wrong, and that's just what the public is dealing with, and you know, and then they're also desperate, right? So they can't go back. You can't go back, right? Because it's not going to look good, right? You know, you can't go back, and I don't want to work with them ever again, you know. So I'm glad that it ended the way that it did. Because I think people saw more of the errors in them and not in me as they were intending, because I've done everything, you know, as upstanding as possible. I'm a businessman. I'm a capitalist. So that's what I'm here to do. I make more money doing the least amount of work. So I think they made a fool of themselves. Yep. And you can't, I own a lot of different businesses. I say that all the time. I own anything you can think of, I own it. I'm a true capitalist. I own a processing company, right? So I hire people to go and serve people papers all the time because I own it. I hire people to go. People pay us to go and find their baby moms and baby dads to put them on child support. So we you know, I own all kind of things. And somebody today came and approached me because they want me to do some work for them, and where they want to do a public campaign against somebody, and you know, I gave them a price tag. $25,000. That's the starting price. So I do real work, and I've been working in media relations for years. I'm a spin doctor. I spin narratives for clients every single day. That is part of what I do on a daily basis. People pay me big money to spin narratives. And you know, I work with people that you wouldn't even believe. Some of these people, you see statements, they do something wrong. You see a statement out. Sometimes it's my company that put those statements out. And we're paid big dollars to do so. So there's no way that they thought that they could even go forget somebody of my caliber who've been doing this for a lifetime. No way.
Well, and we definitely know that. Now, what's interesting to me is that this man seems to think that people forget what he say, what he do, what he's did. But when you went into that trailer to get what I didn't, we know what I'm talking about. When you went to that trailer and they let you in there remotely by their phone, was Lily in that house? Do you remember Lily tapping in that house when you went in there? Did you remember hearing that dog was in that trailer?
No, so for the most part, the dog has always been with somebody else. When they go out of town, they take the dog to somebody else. Now, my clothes did get dirty because there was it rained the day before, so there's a lot of mud. You know, it's not like a road in the little country parts or whatnot. It's dirt roads, so it's not concrete roads. So on the little dirt road, there was a stray dog who's just around, who I guess Charles, saw a lot of himself in the dog, so he just took the dog in, and so
now he found a lot of self in his dog.
Was just outside.
He
just kept jumping up on me, and all the dirt from his paws kept getting on me. So I was very upset. So that was the only dog that was around. But Lily, every time they go out of town, Lily's with someone else.
So, and God bless his soul for trying to get that slow dog. The dog was slow. Charles was slow. They had something in common and they bonded. And I gotta give him kudos for that. They say your dog is like your keeper, the owner's keeper, whatever. So you see one, you see two. So kudos to Charles for getting that slow dog and him being slow and doing whatever he doing with that dog. Now, when they tried to attack you with all this mess and stuff, you made sense. Like you said, you know how to spin it. You silenced them. See, a lot of people didn't realize all the power and knowledge you had. People underestimated you. Even I did. And I apologize to you.
They did. And I didn't underestimate you, Carlos.
A few months back when you were on my...
Hold on. I didn't underestimate you, Carlos. I didn't. Miss Live didn't. I promise you, I didn't. I knew you was the reason behind the season. You heard me? What Netta call it, season? I knew you was the reason behind it. I knew you was the reason behind all of it. Do you understand? Because listen, nobody was even checking for them until you started managing them. You was the one putting them out on the maps. Let's be clear. Like I said, and I've been saying this for a while. He had them traveling. He had them popping up everywhere. Because they definitely came here. And that's when they did the little, that's when the DJ did what he did there. My homegirl, Tanya Hollywood, she actually hosted it. Child, that shit was funny. He said, don't pay miss less than for, listen, I don't know. They probably didn't get no 5K or nothing like that. They probably got a little 20, probably anywhere from 20 to 75K if they is doing it, friend. Hey, Paulus. Lord, hey, Paulus. It is a mess. Yes, Po Lily Nails. Po Lily Nails. Everything else getting done but Po Lily Nails. You get new glasses. Y'all washing cars, getting new license and stuff, but ain't nobody took Lily up to Pet Smarts or up to the vet to get her nails clipped. Okay? What free Lily? I'm gonna push play. I'm gonna push play. But free Lily. Po Lily.
Show. And we were actually guests on Mia's show when that that dude came up acting like he was a journalist, and you read him from top to bottom, and I read him from top to bottom. You remember that?
Yeah, you first. I'm a national award-winning journalist. I won a national award as a journalist for the reporting that I've done. That's one. Two, I've worked for some of the top media companies. I used to work for CNN on a show in about 9 years ago. No, 11 years ago. My bad, 2013. So my credibility is what it is. I don't. I've been around the people that have known me for years and people that have followed me for years. They know what I've done. I don't have to prove myself to anybody, but I'm always going to speak the truth. I don't care who.
Why y'all say Carlos slow too? Y'all say Carlos slow too.
Nothing out here.
Well,
nobody can say that's going to hurt my feelings. I don't care about this social media stuff.
Hey, Carlos got the chitlin circuit sold up. I'm gonna say that. Now y'all can call Carlos slow. We can agree to disagree on there. I don't think he's slow. I think he got Paulus. Look, friend. I'm trying to save him, friend. I think he's smart where he want to be. It's people out there that's smarter than him. But just come on. Look at where he got them at. He got them to a good spot. If anybody could get Netta and them to where they at, they smart. They listen. He just got a little. He talk funny too. He talk funny too, friend. I'm just saying. I'm trying to get Carlos some help, Jesus. I'm trying.
I will cuss you out and keep moving and go preach a sermon on Sunday. So I don't. That stuff don't impact me. And I don't entertain wannabes. I just don't. I don't entertain somebody who want to be a journalist. I don't entertain somebody who want to be this, want to be that. That's not what I'm here to do, because my career has always spoken for itself.
So what would make him think, Carlos, that you could make wonders when he would get in them gowns and they wouldn't fit him, and he would get mad because they'd have to be cut up the back and shoestrings tied together to tie up the back? Why would he try to get mad at you about something that one designed for him?
Yeah, I don't know. But the wardrobe was never my concern. Again, the only time I had the wardrobe was when you try to wear fake designer. They can't even pass as real. That's the only time that I have ever given an opinion. I don't care. You wear what you want to wear. You want to be Tyler Perry, go ahead, do so. You want to be, Martin Lawrence, dressed like Big Mama, go ahead. I don't care. That's not.
Could you tell us? Miss Hiliary Sanchez knows already, but could you tell my viewing audience how Joe Diddy talked himself out of that Tones Back Coco contract, not listening to you and trying to act like he was the manager?
Yeah, it's just that simple. Just trying to do kind of go around me to do my job that they obviously weren't too good at doing.
And it's just funny to me when he was working with you, they was booked and busy. They was They was doing things. Things were lining up. They were in the works. They were doing so much. And now that you are gone, a lot of their popularity has went down. His days of having 32K in his lives is long gone, and he keeps on making critical mistakes. Did you ever recently in the last few months hear this man get on here and say he can't stand black women and he hoped that black women go to bed with their kids and they wake up dead?
Yeah, I saw that.
What did you think about that, Carlos?
Yeah, those are, I would say career-ending words, but you got to have a career in order for that, for your career to end based upon those words. So they don't actually have a career. They're just influencers, right? They're influencers with no direction as to where they're going. No real idea as to how to navigate these things. So I wouldn't say that, but in other words, if it was anybody else, I would, I sat back and said, these are career-ending words. But again, you have to have a career in order for those words to actually impact you. So I don't think, in the long run, I don't really think that they're truly impacted because they're not, again, they don't have a career, that's one. And secondly, they are not real celebrities, right? So there's no real impact that the words could really have on them, other than people not watching their videos. But because they're not really doing anything, it's not like they've sold 10,000 bottles of their seasonings. I would be surprised if they've done well to sell 200 bottles that thus far. So,
and go ahead.
Yeah, so it's just not enough of an impact to actually impact anything. That's wrong what they said, but again, on the flip side, I don't really see any true repercussions because there's nothing there to have repercussions against.
And we definitely know that. So, do you think that Joe Diddy doesn't realize why he got so many followers? Because I've told him, I said, it's just a fact. Your looks have played a very big role in why you have so many followers, why people were intrigued with you as an influencer. And you don't have to go no further than look in the mirror. And then when you start to open up your mouth, it gets more intriguing. And that's just the facts. That's just the facts. You can't cook. You cannot cook nothing. And well, you can cook, but in my opinion, you can't cook nothing for me. You couldn't cater nothing for me. You couldn't do nothing for truly Southern people. I don't even think the people who support him would eat that mess. I don't even think that the people who support him would eat that mess. And that's that. Now,
yeah, and I think people are actually intrigued. So even the first time that I saw him, right, I was at home one day, and I think this was like in December, and they came across my timeline, and I think the first post that I made on my Facebook, I was like, well, is this a man or a woman? Because I'm like, I'm like, well, what is this? Then I came back, my wife and I were sitting on the couch, we watched a couple of videos, and I was like, oh, this is a man. And so that's but if I think people are genuinely interested because, Netta looks like Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 with a mixture of Freddy Krueger. I think people are actually interested in that.
My God, right. Today.
And that's what I said. And you can tell me, had you still been managing him, you could have got him all type of gigs at the haunted house, at Party City, the costume company. You probably could have got him, the star attraction in a haunted house. That people would have paid to see that. I know I would have. To go see it.
Then the last partnership that I was working on was with the national brand that wanted to help fix Netta's face. So they've had several people. Like now, I think they went back So I had initially started Candy, actually put them in touch with the company in Atlanta, Pretty Faces with Dr. Jean. So I started working on that, putting that together. They just stopped going to Dr. Jean, but now I think they're going back to Dr. Jean to kind of get the face fix. There was another brand, a national brand, who was going to pay, really good to kind of like fix the face. So I started, working on that. No, it wasn't Proactive. It was another brand. I'm not going to necessarily discuss because I don't know, what they're working on. But that, that didn't come to fruition, obviously, because our partnership there had ended. So people were trying to help fix the face, and they just didn't want, didn't take a lot of this stuff serious, And my thing is, there's several times, again, I told a lot of my friends, I'm like, because I just talked to my friends about some of this stuff. I'm like, well, if women keep up with routines, women can keep up with a night care routine. Women can keep up with a skincare routine. Women can keep up with putting a bonnet on at night. Women don't go around losing their bonnets every single time and have to get a new bonnet almost every place you go to. So I'm like, if you're gonna be a woman, you gotta be a woman. You can't half-ass being a woman. You don't be a woman, be a woman.
That's right. You cooking now. And then can we talk about when this man, Joe Diddy, would have them wig installed, why he couldn't keep a wig on his head? When you get normally frontal lace put on, it lasts a few days, a week if you tie it down and take care of it. You mean to tell me this man couldn't keep a wig on for 24 hours, Carlos?
Yeah, so my name for him now, I call him Miss Nigga. So no, Miss Nigga could not keep the hair on because the sweating and all that stuff. They just couldn't keep the hair on, and But again, it goes back to what I just said. If you're gonna be a woman, you gotta be a woman. Women keep their wigs on. Women know how to put the wig up at night, whatever they do to it, put it in, wrap it up, whatever case. They don't snatch the wig on every day.
Women, we know how to tie it down. We first of all, you gotta put your band around it. Your band around your outside of your lace, and then you put your bonnet on. See, Joe Diddy ain't even acting. Thank you for the gifts. I see you, Key.
Child, Hiliary is on here trying to explain how to put this. But listen, y'all, I told y'all this was a whole key. I think they was on here for about 2 hours. We got a few more minutes, y'all, and we gon' listen. Y'all run it back if y'all ain't watched it. Yes, as I said, not every woman. Yes, they did. Yes, Joe Diddy. Good the puppet. I'm so sick. I am sick, y'all. It's all that pussy and that grease and them boils. Listen, it was the Mr. Nigga for me too. Yes, I listen. Mrs. Nigga was funny to me. Yes, Lord Jesus, y'all is a mess. Hey, Paula, so we say not you trying to be funny, but Joe was broken out. Listen. Why everybody get mad at me for talking about him, and he should be able to say whatever he want back? Listen, that's what I'm saying. He gets on my nerves. Okay, we got 85 likes. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all get it up to 100. Let's get to 100 likes, y'all. I appreciate y'all for liking the live. I appreciate y'all. I'm finna go ahead and push play again. I just wanted to get into a little key. Hey, y'all. Hey to everybody that came in the chat. Thank you, Stinky. Thank you, Stinky. Thank you.
I follow you, Key. Joe Diddy didn't even act like he was doing anything like a woman. Not even like a drag queen. He did.
I don't know. The only thing I know, and I've slept with plenty of women in my life to know what they do at night. Put the wig on, take it off, all this stuff. Or don't take it off, But outside of that, I don't know. But I know what I've seen. And what I've seen is women just put it in a bonnet, put the band on, wherever the case.
Welcome.
And go to bed.
What would make this man think that he didn't have to do all these other things, that everything had to be done and everybody had to work these miracles on him? Like, what was he thinking?
I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, but they thought that they were truly on top of the world. But this is my job to figure out how to keep them on top of the world. And so every place, right? I'm an organizer. So that's what I do. I organize things and put events together, large scale events, all kind of stuff. And so, that's just part of what I do, is making sure that things are in place. So, so it was very easy for me to make sure that there was just somebody in place to do these things every place that they went to.
Now, let me say this. Whoever this skin doctor, whatever dermatologist or surgeon, if somebody truly can fix Joe Diddy's face, can you let me know if they in the stock market so I can go on and buy the stock now? Because if it hit, they gonna be billionaires, and I want to be on board of that train.
I'm sick of Hiliary.
Because that dude climbed up that ugly damn tree down there in Alabama, and he hit every damn branch on his way down.
I am sick of Hiliary.
He set up on here, Carlos, talking about Miss Hiliary Sanchez is jealous of him.
Hiliary.
What am I jealous of?
Yeah, I think, and they think, so when you ain't never had no money, it's easy to, to try to talk down and bad about other people, right? So they think, because they had, don't get me wrong, $20,000 is a lot of money to a lot of people, okay? But that is what they're measuring all of this stuff based upon, right? Because they had $20,000 in a bank account, right? That they are now on top of the world. They could do almost anything, and that's neither here nor there, right? But that's what they were basing their success off of. That, we have a lot of money because we have $20,000, which I can't speak for anybody else, but again,
you spoke about it earlier when you said that the company wanted to hire you for a campaign or something, and you told them the retainer was $25,000.
Yeah, so I make that in one contract. So it's so I can't really so yeah, it's just. But again, it looks different for different people.
Exactly. And did you know that he pulled that same stunt when you clocked his tea and had told that stylist that the certain things was not in the budget? Now, when he took his ass down there to Jamaica on that cruise that he got that package on, where I guess apparently all you could get is margaritas, because I saw him and Charles drunk the whole cruise, was margaritas in the buffet. Then he got on this live just the other day talking about his debit card wasn't linked. So they couldn't go do nothing down there in the Bahamas, that they could just stay at the place because
I think you're talking about two different things. I think what you're speaking about is a previous trip that they took to Jamaica. versus the cruise.
No. This is a recent trip. A recent one. The Bahamas. I said Jamaica, but the Bahamas.
No, the debit card issue was in reference to a trip to Jamaica, not to the Bahamas.
Okay. Thank you.
From where I've gathered on some of the things that come across, and I don't watch them. I don't follow them. I don't watch them. But these things still come up on my timeline because people obviously share the content or whatnot. And so I may sit and watch like 10 seconds of a video, but you can learn a lot in 10 seconds because all they do is talk. They tell everything. They tell their entire life story, their entire business. So in 10 seconds, you can learn everything about these people. But that was the blowback was about a previous trip to Jamaica, where they, also tried to shit on people a little bit by saying, I don't know if you can cuss on TikTok. I don't be on TikTok, but they tried to say that we've been to Hawaii, we've been to Jamaica, we've been to the Bahamas. That's 3 places. I've been to that times 6. So they just get on here and embarrass themselves in front of people who truly do these things. I've been to a lot of different countries. I'm planning to go to Barbados just next month. And I would have been out the country earlier this year. I usually try to take 2 or 3 trips out the country every year, but dealing with thing 1 and thing 2, I haven't been able to.
And so when you put out that statement, I'm so glad to know that was you. And we don't care who managing him now or whatever he think he doing or what he doing. But what I can tell you is that if you would have saw the judge, if you would have
saw... keep asking about the doctor's note, and I've been trying my best to ignore those questions.
And don't answer it. And let me say this because Carlos had answered that in this degree. This is a legal issue. You guys may not know this. There is a criminal investigation going on with these guys, not Carlos. He's not going to comment about an allegation that they put out against him. There is an active criminal investigation. That question will not be addressed on him. Not you, and I know you didn't know, sweetie. I'm not attacking you. I've seen it a few times. Not you.
Hey,
and
bestie.
That wasn't to you. That was just
hey,
I've seen it, and I don't want people to think I was ignoring it. The reason I didn't ask the question is because I know that there is an active criminal investigation. I'm one of the ones calling every day to keep it alive and going against them for what happened about that. And it has absolutely nothing to do with Carlos. There was an allegation against him. He will not speak on that because he shouldn't, nor would he. But we can go on.
Someone asked who the trailer for.
Okay, guys, for everybody that's coming in, just to let you know what's going on, if you're not understanding who's talking right now, that is Miss Hiliary Sanchez, and excuse me, and she is talking to Netta's and Charles, their former, their ex-manager. I say ex-manager. Okay, so Carlos been spilling some tea. Carlos been kind of filling in some holes on a certain things. Now, some people are saying that Carlos is kind of lying too, but some people are saying that Carlos is kind of making a lot of stuff make sense. You know what I'm saying? Especially with him talking about he owns the rights to the seasonings. So yes, he did say that in the earlier. So Playback Gang. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in. Playback Gang, I thank y'all. Y'all always come through for Miss Live. I appreciate y'all so much. Also, guys, y'all know I hate to be begging y'all and stuff, but we have been on the live for almost 2 hours now. If you can try to reach the live goal, it will be $50. We usually do $50 every 2 to 3 hours. So, guys, if you are able to bless the host, Miss Live, go ahead and hit that cash out and actually bless the platform. That way we can, of course, do the things that we need to do. Also, guys, the class that I'm taking, class that I'm giving on how to start a YouTube and how to navigate TikTok Shop. If you guys are new to TikTok Shop and you're having issues getting free samples, you don't really know how to navigate it. You're like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I get brand deals? All of that stuff. I can help you out with that. I am doing a class on October the 20th. I will put the link in the chat. It's only $15, guys. It's $14.99. And it's a 2-hour class. It's going to be on a Sunday. And I'm going to show y'all my backlog, show y'all all the stuff that I'll be doing, to get this content and even to do TikTok Shop. So, guys, again, definitely support the channel, and I'm going to push play. Again, Carlos is explaining what's going on with he's going to say some stuff about the house in Virginia. Okay, so y'all get ready. He going to talk about the house in Virginia. So yes, listen up.
Taylor is Joe's, Netta, whatever you refer to him as, or maybe not because of the trademark issue. But the trailer belonged to Joe, and Charles' name, from my understanding, is not on the trailer. He just lives there.
Hey, Ebony.
And that would make sense because when Nia had recorded her conversation with Charles, Joe Diddy told him, well, you can get your clothes and leave.
Yeah, because, I mean, and obviously you would do that. Like, if somebody co-owns something, you can't just tell somebody to leave something that they also own. The only way you can tell somebody to leave something is that because they also do not own it.
Right. And so do you know why this man didn't understand the basic principles of having to have to invest in yourself to get the type of success and money he was putting the horse before the cart before the horse?
They want to spend money on everything but the right thing.
So when you said that, when you say as a manager that it wasn't in the client's budget, that's basically saying that they don't have the money or was willing to spend the money to have said services, right? Isn't that just a nice professional way of saying?
That's just the bottom line to it,
Any way you look at it, that's the bottom line to it. Did you ever have any discussions with him about how he was unhinged on this app at times and unraveling?
Yeah, I did. And the conversations were pretty much around, so, I'm like, so I told him, if you want to put out a video, just create the content, send us the video, we'll post the video for you so that you don't have to post. That way you're not reading the comments, you're not looking at all this stuff. The only thing you should do is your live videos and then swipe left or whatever so that you don't have to see the comments on that. But I've tried several times to address the issue of, being unhinged or whatnot. But again, when you deal with a narcissist, it is, you can't coach stupid.
Right. Exactly. So have you ever seen? Now I know that you've been around when they've done the videos and the skits and the production and things like that. But have you ever seen Charles just go up to his husband and just embrace him and kiss him like you do your wife, like you would do your wife? Like, look at my beautiful wife, and you go over and kiss her. Thank you, baby, for being a wonderful mom or cooking dinner. You know how men do that. Have you ever seen Charles do that?
Not really. If I have, it's been like once or twice.
And this was off camera, nothing was being recorded or filmed.
Yeah, but I can't like vividly remember a time in which that were the case. You know?
Right. Did you and Charles ever have? Are they ever not apart? Or is Charles not allowed to go out and have his own friends and not be around Diddy?
No, not really. But Charles and I have. So I do know this about Charles. Charles loved the women. Okay. Now I remember one time in particular in New York, there was like an Asian lady or something walking by, and Charles, asked me, he's like, "Hey, you don't like Asian women, do you?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. I like black women. I don't like Asian women." But he, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of do. She looked good. So, but he would always joke. So I do know Charles loved the women. Apparently, because there'll be times when he, kind of states as such. When we're just out different places. I'm like walking with him somewhere or something like that. He'll point out a woman with a big dupe or something like that. But it's very rare where he's able to be by himself.
Very rare. And I'll tell you what's so interesting to me is Charles had told a female on this app, he called her pound cake face, and there ain't nothing wrong. Pound cake tastes good. He's very flirtatious with women on this, even on this app, and Joe Diddy knows it.
Someone asked, does Charles ever point out men he's attracted to? I've never witnessed anything like that. I've never witnessed anything like that.
Mm-hmm. So can you tell us, are you able to tell us?
Hiliary can't talk, Jesus.
Who held the purse strings? So like when you would pull a deal together, you would get y'all cuts or whatever. That's not our business. But would you send the money? Would they split the money, or would Joe Diddy get it?
Yeah, it always go to Joe.
So like I said, Joe got the wallet. Joe, Charles should be Miss Netta and.
Do you think Charles could be successful if he cuts ties with Joe? I do not. I think Charles actually needs Joe. Joe has the brains to make them as a unit move forward.
All right, we get somewhere.
One day we were in the car. I was driving. We were headed from maybe Dallas to San Antonio, I want to say. But I remember driving, and I asked them the question, I was like, what are we trying to figure out things to do to kind of keep their, 15 minutes prolonged. And, I came up with some ideas for Joe. I said, hey, well, you can sing, we can put you on the road, you can do shows by doing covers of different songs. Then I got to Charles, and this is why I just think Charles is slow. I got to Charles, and he's like, well, I've been thinking about being an engineer. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, how is being an engineer or whatever he said? I remember when it was something he said. Right. It was like totally off the wall. I'm like, we talking about your influencer kind of career here. You know, what are you talking about? And then Netta had to step in and was like, no, that's not what you're talking about, Charles. So
right. What was making that man what happened with Gold's plastic surgery? Weren't they supposed to have multiple surgeries?
All right, so listen up, y'all. They finna start talking about Gold's plastic surgery, and they finna start talking about the House of Virginia. So I need y'all to listen. All right, you know them listen t-shirts gonna be out. They coming out this week, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna have that little Spotify button so you can click it and order it, and I'm gonna be the one who make it because I make it because I got my own t-shirt distributed, you know. Less than we. So listen, y'all, listen, because we finna talk about the House of Virginia.
Yeah, and it was not nothing on Gold's end. Don't get that wrong. Gold's is a great company. The people there are very nice. I vetted everything before we did anything. Mm-hmm. I met with Gold's a lot of times, asked a lot of questions before we even let them do anything. But it wasn't on Gold's. So whatever hasn't happened is because they don't want it to happen.
Mm-hmm. So what was it? He didn't have no triple BBL yet. He went through the procedures of doing it.
Yeah, no. It's supposed to be 3 different surgeries. Charles is supposed to have 2 different surgeries, procedures, not surgeries, but procedures, and they both only had 1.
So the first procedure, I'm assuming what Joe Diddy had all that horse manure removed up out of his blockage, remove that blockage up out of him in order to do anything. So that probably took up the whole day in itself, getting all that stuff backed up out of him. And then I don't know why they get mad or don't understand that surgery is painful and you got to go through things. It seems like they don't complete stuff. They just half-ass do stuff, Carlos.
Yeah, because they don't, there's no guidance. People like them, again, it's like a daycare with not the brightest kids in the daycare. It's like a daycare full of not the brightest kids. You got to constantly hold their hand. You got to constantly, take them on the playground, and read books to them, and let them have nap time and all this kind of stuff.
Here's a question for you, Carlos. Could you please tell everybody they in here when that mistake had happened, when y'all left out that hotel and they had to figure out the billing for that food when that security was there? Tell them what happened when they came to check Charles to show he paid for that food in that restaurant.
Wait, when was this? What was this?
When it was in LA.
Carlos, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you guys for 100 likes. Thank you.
And they stopped Charles at the door. They was getting ready to go out the door, and they was looking at Charles' phone to see that receipt on the phone.
I don't remember that. I don't know if I was there.
You don't remember? Okay. But
yeah, I remember. I could have been there.
Okay. I remember things. I don't remember it vividly, but it just came across my mind. But if you don't recall, I move on. But a couple other things I wanted to ask you is, did they ever seem to have hygienic problems or issues? Did you ever smell them, or did they seem like they
now Hiliary being messy?
Did they sleep in their clothes?
Hiliary being messy now.
And y'all was traveling, they wore the same thing Tuesday. Did you ever experience that?
No, I don't really get into that kind of stuff, but no, there was never any issues like that. You know, they may live in a trailer, but none of that stuff ever happened.
Does Joe have a house in Virginia? Is that true?
I don't believe that is true. Joe does not have any ties to Virginia. Joe was originally born in St. Louis, and then moved and have family in Cleveland, and moved to Alabama. So anywhere else, I don't think they don't have any connections to.
Do you think you could have got them a deal with like a penile enlargement company for Joe Diddy? Do you think you could have spent that if he wanted to get that? Because
that's something I would have worked on.
Okay, you would have said, "Don't even ask me to do that for you, Joe." I asked the questions, you know, it may seem a strange question, Carlos, but it's questions that, believe it or not, people have asked me, I've talked about. I ask the questions that some people don't ask. But I do appreciate you, and you have, this is the second time you've been on my show, and you answer all questions.
Listen, so the House of Virginia is an acronym. It's an acronym, y'all. It's an acronym. I can't say what it's meant for, but it's an acronym for a medical condition that they're trying to say that, you know, you can figure it out. Just take the first letters of each word and you'll get it. Okay. All right. And that's all allegedly. Everything is allegedly over here. Everything is allegedly. And hey to everybody coming in the chat. I thank everybody for liking the live and tuning in to the live, guys. Please, if you can, support the channel. They be hollering about I be begging for likes and cash outs, and I do because Jordan shut me down over here. So y'all just want y'all to support a sister. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna watch, please support. You know, and senior girl. You know, senior girl, a little something. The live goal is $50. It's not a lot. So if you guys are on here, you can. Everybody on here is still $1. It'll be more than that, but somebody can drop it in the bank. Somebody out there is big money flow roll tonight. I'm just saying it's Wednesday. Y'all done got paid early. I ain't in y'all pockets or nothing like that. I just be knowing. You know what I'm saying? When people be getting paid, because I be getting paid when y'all be getting paid, when I had my job and stuff. Yeah. But let me get back to this. I know y'all want to hear this. Don't mind me.
You communicate.
Somebody, a house in Virginia. I'll put it together now. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta talk very direct with me.
Okay.
But no, that's not, none of that stuff is true.
The package ain't true.
That is not true. Yeah, and that's just
is this thing, they ran in my comments and in my messages talking about Joe them ran out on a plug. Do you know anything about a plug?
No, that doesn't sound true either.
Okay.
Yeah, some of these things are just internet made up stuff. What I'm not going to do is sit around and lie for people entertainment. That's not what I'm going to do.
Right. And I never said nothing about a package, but you have heard people they were saying that, right?
Yeah, I've seen that, but that's none of that stuff there is true at all.
Okay. Well, this is what I love.
Someone said Joe wouldn't tell Carlos if he did, which is not true. So I have had to have worked with their medical records. They had to, before they go to Gold's plastic surgery, they had to have medical screenings and different things like that. So yeah, but I'm not going to get into anybody's personal medical records.
That's personal, and that's commendable.
That's personal information.
Yes.
But the question that everyone is asking, that I certainly would know, but I'm not going to sit here and just let the internet continue to just spars, that kind of innuendo that's just not based in any facts at all.
So
Someone asked, why did Charles peel his chemical peel? Charles was not supposed to get a chemical peel at all. So when I left them in Miami because I had to go back to Denver because so this is on a Monday. We flew from DC to Miami for the chemical peel. The idea was for them to be in Miami the entire week for the peel to kind of go through the entire process. The only person that was supposed to get a peel was Joe. Charles was never, Relandis, whatever, was never supposed to get a chemical peel at all. Now, somehow, Charles let those folk convince him that he needed a chemical peel. After I gave very clear instructions, Charles, you do not need a chemical peel. Don't get a chemical peel. Somehow he let the people convince him. But the one rule that they told them was to not peel. If it peeled, let it peel itself. Let it peel naturally. Do not peel it if it starts to peel. It's a chemical peel. Well, again, I don't think that he, have them all in his head. And so he decided, for whatever reason, to get a chemical peel. But not only did he decide to get a chemical peel, he started to peel the chemical peel.
So is that why he had on all that makeup in Florida?
That is correct, yeah, because the chemical peel wasn't working out in his favor. Because of him, because he started to peel it.
So when Joe Diddy went to Florida in that pleather suit, all that black, and that size 22 foot with his toes dragging on the concrete, what would make him think that was the appropriate attire in that hot heat?
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Okay. And then I had a question about did Joe Diddy them when they were in New York? Did you go state to state with them on every state? Were you with them on that tour when they were going in there performing this song and doing their appearances?
Say that one more time.
Okay, this was when they was in Little Rock.
Around the state doing their appearances.
Okay, look, he finna talk about this is when they came to Little Rock and the DJ had played had played the little thing where it said "You so ugly." Yes. So you said what? He said, "Wow, people around Senator and saying that they got diseases. That's messed up." Listen, that's the thing. Miss Duel. A lot of people. It wasn't people. It was really Safari was the one who said that. That's what Safari started to get people because wasn't nobody saying that before she did. I'm gonna say this over here. We was reporting, but we was not spreading that because we don't know. What Miss Netta got, even though, again, I'm going to keep saying this, Miss Netta took 3K from me by reporting me for no reason, and I did nothing to Miss Netta, but I don't wish that on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody reporting no false information or nothing like that. Yes. So, but yeah, so Carlos is, you say, and why would Carlos confirm it? That's dangerous. Yeah, that is, but he's like treading lightly. He's just saying that's why he said it's only a little bit of information that he can say. He treading lightly with it, y'all. He definitely know what to say and what not to say. So, but he finna talk about when they came to Little Rock, y'all, and the DJ was childish and funny. Hold on.
Back when you were managing them, were you with them or did you have the travel manager with them?
No, I was with them every single time.
You were? So in that club, and I know you may not remember this, but I got a video of Joe Diddy with Charles next to him, bobbing his head, why did Joe Diddy, the DJ, played a song saying something about your face, your ugly face, your this? She was scratching it in between the music. Did y'all hear? Do you remember that?
I did. I think I did catch that. But it was really after the fact, I think, because I think people, I heard the song. And in that moment, I didn't really put it together until social media started putting it together. The social media came back and was like, "Why did DJ do that?" But so because I'm not when I'm managing and stuff like that. It's a lot. I'm just not paying attention to all of the music stuff. I'm paying attention to what I need to, right? So I'm responsible for an entire staff of people, right? Security, a photographer that he's there. The travel coordinator, if she's there, the assistant, whoever, so I'm focused on all these other layers. But I did hear it, and it did stick out, but I just heard it and it kept going and didn't really give it any thought until after the fact.
So were you?
Yep, 3K. And for this month too, I probably would have made 3K this month too. That's why I said it's now it's going up to 6K. But yeah, I did get my other channel monetized, but I won't get paid from that until next month. So that's why I'm on here begging for cash outs for the people who be on here talking crazy and stuff and thinking that I'm just on here, soliciting and stuff. No, I got a little part-time job to kind of get me, back to where I need to be, but I still have to do this and I still have to do my other social media to make sure I can, you know what I'm saying, maintain and stuff. And right now, no, I'm not directly getting paid from this again. So that's why I be asking for them good old cash apps. But this is the thing, I'm not asking for no $200-$300, y'all. I'm only asking for a $50 goal. I've been on here for almost 3 hours. That's all. If you can't send $50, I totally get it. $2 or $3, whatever I end up with once I get off this live, I'm gonna have to deal with it, whether it's nothing. But I'm asking. Closed mouths don't get fed. Point blank, period. It's 122 people on here. One of y'all might feel the need. The Lord might stretch your heart to bless me. And that's gonna be, it's gonna be grateful and thankful, and you're gonna be helping the family out, okay? But I'm gonna give y'all this content, and if y'all can't do that, then like the live. I see a lot of y'all been on here for a few minutes, so you watching it. I greatly appreciate y'all. But yes, 3K. Netta stopped my whole, and I did not even do nothing to this person. Do you hear me? None of my stuff. I report on other people too. And Netta got mad because a lot of people wanted to watch Netta's content on my channel and not his. And I get it, I understand, but stopping my bag wasn't the thing. He could have came and talked to me like he tried to come and talk to me in my inbox. I got proof for that too. Again, go back to my videos, my first lives, probably like in September, the 1st of September, you'll see all of this stuff on there. So if you want to get caught up on my story with Netta, you can go and watch that. But in the meantime, like I said, if you want to bless your girl, that's the Cash App right there. The live goal is $50. And we're about to get back to Carlos Nim, because we're going to finish this. We're going to finish Carlos Nim today, okay?
Were you responsible? Do you know when you heard them, when he put out a clip and you would see all them people, Charles, Netta, Charles, we love you, Netta for president. Was that your idea?
Yeah, that was my idea. Yeah, that was.
See, you brilliant. Do you think you could help me get this song here?
Oh, Lord.
Charles, your bumps are ready. They only burst for you. Charles, these bumps are ready. And I got your dessert too. This is for my haters that's coming for me. Back off, Miss Netta. You don't want this disease. I'm tired of these haters picking on me. Charles, your bumps are ratty. Do you think you can help me get in the studio so I can drop this beat?
Yeah, I know some studios.
Okay, well,
Carlos,
I'm gonna send you my number. I'm sending you my number so you can. I'm serious. I want to drop this beat. I want this on a ringtone for America.
Okay, yeah, let's get you in the studio, and then we'll take it one step at a time.
Absolutely, Carlos. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So, is anybody in the comments that have any questions for our wonderful guest, Carlos? Does anybody have any questions that he chooses to answer or don't answer? But if y'all have questions, put them in the comments. He reads the comments. Y'all clearly see it.
All right, Carlos finna start answering questions.
He said the baby is doing fine. His baby is 2 months old. His son. 2 months old.
He's up there crying now. I gotta go get him in a second.
Okay. Well, Carlos, let me say thank you. Thank you very much. Go tend to your son. We appreciate you on the Miss Hiliary Sanchez show.
I'm sorry. Someone did ask a final question here.
Okay.
What advice would he give them if they were listening right now?
Question.
Yeah, that's a very great question. So the advice that I would give to them.
Thanks, Cass. Thank you for the cash out.
To focus. It's time to transition out of the social media realm, right? So you've been doing social media, like social media could end tomorrow, and bam, there goes your living, right? So it's time for them to really transition. If they truly want to do these things long term, transition out of the social media realm and try to find things that could bring in, that could create some kind of longevity for them in terms of finances, sustainability, name recognition, all of those things. So they should be really trying to get with So let me give you the prime example of someone who did this and did it the right way. Okay, you all remember the Risa Tisa girl, right?
Yeah.
The lady who got on Instagram and just shared 50 stories about the man that she was married to, whatever the case may be. So that took off, right? People simply just watched that. As a result, from that, she was signed to CAA, Creative Artist Agency, and now she have a deal with, I think, like it's either Hulu or Netflix, for a show behind that story. She has been on every national show that you can think of, but that's because she, was able to capitalize truly off of simply some videos that people make every single day on TikTok. So that's the kind of, that's what they could have done and what they could have been. But, I don't think that it's ever going to happen for them because, one, if it was going to happen, it would have already happened. Again, looking at Risa Tisa, that literally happened and transpired overnight. The second thing that I would say is you gotta stop all the talking that you do, right?
Come on,
because
Carlos.
you're not smart. You don't speak proper English. You sound like you live in a trailer park in Sylacauga, Alabama. So people, no one's want to pick nobody wants to work with that, right? Because the executives at these corporations, they're white. They don't speak that same kind of. They don't speak that. They don't know. They can't relate. So it's hard for them to work with people who can't even say, who get the word communication and community mixed up, who get the word result and resort mixed up, who can't, properly say the word seasonings, in which is a product that you actually have. So there's just a huge disconnect between them and the corporate world, in which they could have had some kind of longevity. But it goes down to, they simply can't stop talking. If they were to just make their videos, their cooking videos, and put those out, well, you don't have to say very much. All you got to do is say, Charles, your lunch is ready. And put the video out. So that's not a lot of words there. Had that been the only thing that they were doing, and in addition to the appearances, which again, there's not a lot of talking, he's performing a song. That could have created and really opened up the doors, but because of the fact that they continue to talk and put their foot in their mouths, is the reason why that longevity cannot be created, and it will not be created.
Now, let me ask you this. I know you got to get the baby. I apologize. There is a lady who is from their state, okay? She's from Alabama, and Joe Diddy attacked this woman's business, her page. He got her page shut down, Carlos. This was this woman's income, an African-American woman. I'm trying to recall her name, but he had her page shut down, her revenue, her money. She's from that state. She's from somewhere down there. What do you think about this grown man, this grown damn man attacking an African American because she had an opinion and she knew about what this man did and what's her name? Don Diva? That's her name. Don Diva. What do you think about a grown man doing something like that to a African American businesswoman where her page was her revenue? I just want your opinion before you go.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Tyler Perry can put on a Madea dress and dress up as Madea, but Tyler Perry never forgets that he's still a man, okay? Martin Lawrence could play the role of Big Mama, do the same thing, put on the bodysuit, put on the dress, but Martin Lawrence never forgot that he was a man. Even as various characters, Shanae, whatever you want to look at, he never forgot that he was a man. In this case, I believe the issue is that you have a character who, in fact, has forgotten that they are a man.
Ooh. And Carlos is on here. Carlos on here giving us the now. See, when we were saying this, it was but Carlos is spilling some tea. Shout out to Cass for the cash app, baby. I don't care. Listen, whatever you sent was enough, honey. I appreciate you. Now we still got to get to the live goal, y'all. We a little ways away. We need about 40 more. You know what I'm saying? We need about 40 more, and we can get to the cash app cash app goal. Again, I was struck a few times by Miss Netta and reported. My other channel was demonetized. And guys, definitely, we've been on here for almost 3 hours now. I think this interview is about to wrap up. So, guys, if you feel the need, bless the Cash App on the screen, and we're going to finish the live.
When you try to profess and proclaim this to be a character, but this is that's just a lie because this is who you think you are.
Right, but I gotta say this right, just to interject, and you can finish your answer. I need to wrap my brain around this. This is a whole damn ugly ass man who literally attacked a African American woman's business and took her revenue away from her.
Well, where I'm going with it is that because he doesn't necessarily perceive himself to be a man, right? Because even out of character, still have nails done, still, have the voice. The voice is not their original voice. So, they forget that ultimately at the end of the day, they're still a man. And so I think that's the issue as to why it's so easy for this man to attack women in the fashion in which women are attacked by them is because they forget that they're a man. And just like someone said, it's threatening to fight women, right? Yeah, that is true. I think I saw somewhere it said, well, if a woman hit me, although I'm a man, I'm gonna beat her like I was a woman, or something like that. That's not right. That's not right. The physical, strength that a man possesses over a woman is not even equal. It's not equitable. So, so I think you're just dealing with someone who doesn't care. You think you're dealing with a narcissist. You can't forget that. But someone who tend to always forget, no matter how much they say they don't, will always forget that they're still a man.
And an ugly ass man at that, and make for an ugly ass woman. I appreciate you. I know you gotta go. I thank you so very much. Check your inbox. I'll send you my number. I really do thank you. Appreciate you. This is your second time. You've been a couple hours with me on the first show we done, and now you back over here for a couple more hours. I thank you so much, Carlos. Check for my number so you can message me as soon as you get off of here. And I want to drop that song. I want to put that song out. Whatever it costs to do, I want you to make it happen with me.
Someone says he never speaks to other men sideways. Yeah, so I would. So look, I'm not scared of this nigga. Okay, I would kick this nigga in his balls, make him fall to the ground, and call it a day. Okay, just simple as that. Simple as that. I ain't even got to do too much. All right, you ain't even got to do too much. Make him remember you're a man.
Well, us who seen him with a bathing suit on when he was on that one red carpet and that shrimp was protruding.
I'm not getting into all that.
I will see you later, Carlos. See ya. Thank you, Carlos.
All right.
Bye-bye. You know.
All right, so Carlos said, "Hold on, you getting on the wrong thing with me. I can't. Now I done told you what I know. I'm finna go." But yes, y'all. So that was the live. So they did. So what? It was probably like 2 hours, and some change. Now, if you are coming in on the playback game, the first 10 minutes, it kind of was a little, the sound was a little off. So go past the 10-minute mark and then you'll hear the rest of it. So guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Of course, we did not hit the live goal. So playback gang, if y'all can come through for your girl, I really appreciate it. I hope y'all have a great afternoon. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.